right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 80 of the Progressive Podcast. If you are listening to this, please take notes. Yeah, dude, man. It is episode 80, dude.
10 seasons, baby.
Yeah, 10 seasons. I think for icebreaker, what's the one thing, like, you know, we've done this like 80 times.
Yeah,
right?
That's wow. Actually, yeah.
So
it's interesting when you put it like because you never think numbers. It's like, oh, you've actually done this 80 times. That's what that amounts to when you think about it.
Yeah, I think for icebreaker, let's ask this question. What's one thing in this podcasting journey that you've learned or that you've gotten better at that you like use in your personal life?
How can I say? I think, okay, I can say this. I think that it's funny. It's funny that I would say this because that's exactly what it should be. But I think that I'm able to just help people more when I'm just having general conversations. I can just pull out from a knowledge pool that's just much bigger than it used to be. I think it's a basic answer, but it really is that one thing. Because I realized, I don't remember who I was talking to maybe 1 or 2 days ago. And now I just have such a big knowledge pool that depending on exactly what we're talking about, I know exactly what to say, you know, and it's just, I'm grateful that that's the case. But yeah, it's just being able to help people maybe one-on-one in a general sense, or when I'm just having conversations. It's one thing that,
That's so real.
Yeah.
That's so real. I think for me, I've become definitely a lot better at conversation. I value it a lot more.
Yeah.
I value conversation a lot more because, man, you know, we've had the luxury of doing what we're doing now, and then we've had the luxury of interviewing people.
Yes.
And I find I have better quality. No, I lie. To have a good quality conversation, it takes two people.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it becomes not an interview, because an interview, it's a normal conversation. It becomes an interrogation where I'm just asking you questions and you're giving me answers. But one thing I've learned from these 80 episodes that I use in my personal life is asking questions that force a conversation. You know? Yeah.
It's actually, no, sorry to intrude there, but it's just, I tend not to remember everything, but actually you're right in the sense that, like, that's another thing I've learned that I didn't really think about, but I think that generally speaking, I tend to be able to start conversations much easily. And also just, whenever I'm in an environment, I'm looking to interact. It's funny. I met a guy at, there's this place close to where we live. It's called the Bodega. You know, you go get chips. Or, you know, get a chocolate, or I don't know, get a drink, you know, just basic stuff.
Yeah.
And so I met a guy there, and I don't know, I just wasn't really feeling it that day, but I was like, you know what? Nah, man, just have a conversation with this guy. You don't know what you could learn or if you could be helpful. And and now we're, you know, kind of friends and stuff. Like, he lives in a different building, but we're definitely going to be like linking up and stuff like that. So it's just, I didn't think about that, but you're right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Especially just because you can ask someone, hey, how are you doing? I'm good. Or you could say, hey, you look a bit tired, you look a bit stressed. How are you doing? Then now it's a thing of, this guy took notes. Do I really look stressed? And then now it forces that conversation. You know, it like breaks the ice.
The thoughts.
The thought process. You know, I find myself asking better questions and more open-ended questions.
I didn't think about that. You're right, man. You're right.
You know, so it's really about just like you were saying. Like, I think I long for more intellectual conversations and valuable conversations. Nothing like breaks my heart sometimes. And I can do small talk.
Yeah.
But all the time, bro.
Nah, I see what you mean.
Yeah,
like it's not. Yeah.
Like, even with every guy I meet, especially here at our res, it'll start basic. Yo, dude, you good? Yeah, what's up? Or especially when we're playing soccer. then it'll always go into money. And it's a lot easier. I find this a lot easier with guys than with girls. The conversation always goes money, sport, something spiritual,
self-improvement. Yeah,
mainly self-improvement. And actually, our audience is mainly dudes, right?
Yeah. Shout out, guys.
Shout out to the gents and the ladies that listen as well.
Yeah,
right. And then goes to girls, and then it just flows. It's a lot easier to flow through those things, through those topics, with a guy you've never met before.
Yeah, I don't know. Guys have this dynamic, man. Where
it's weird. Like, we are so simple.
Yeah. Sometimes I have to find myself asking for like what a guy's name is, maybe on the second or third time we've encountered each other, just because like we've spoken so much, and sometimes like the name, because I've just met you, sometimes I won't catch your name. Actually, it happened yesterday with this guy called Sean that we're talking to. I think I've spoken to, maybe that was like the third time, and I had to ask like, bro, what's your name again? And here we are giving each other like life advice,
bro. Like, dude.
Yeah.
It's quite crazy. It's quite crazy, man. But yeah, let us know if there's something you guys have been doing for a while. Maybe, it's not like something you've been doing 80 times. But what is one skill in your field of work or study that, you've kind of seen manifest in the rest of your life? Yeah, cool. But anyways, bro, how you doing?
How am I doing? It's been quite the week, man.
Yeah.
It's been quite the week. I'm well. I'm just... Yeah, there's just a lot going on. I'm doing well. Yeah. Mentally, I'm okay and everything's fine. It's just, there's just a lot going on and a lot to process at school, as well as just in general social life. But I'm doing well, and it's good to kind of, I think now this week, right? This is like our second proper week here. Yeah, I think we're definitely going into a more regular, like, now we're going into the normal beats of like, I'm doing this every day. I'm waking up at this time every day, and it's good. And I think, normal stuff. Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
That's real.
Just trying to stay focused.
Yeah, it's easy to get.
It's
easy to get lost.
It's easy, guys. Hey, guys, uni life.
It's easy to get lost, man.
Don't get lost in that sauce, guys. That sauce is good, but
but the juice lasts forever.
Don't get lost in the sauce, guys.
That's real talk. Yeah, that's real talk. I think on my end, I'm doing all right. There's a lot of exciting things I'm looking forward to this week. I have an audition on Tuesday. Yeah, it's a big week. We're shooting a music video Wednesday and Thursday. And if all goes well on Tuesday, Friday might be another interesting thing. So really praying that it goes well. It is what it is. Whatever the case is, I'm still gonna get to Friday. Friday's still gonna come. Saturday, it's an exciting process. Like, this auditioning process, the further you go, like, just increases your chances. Like your hopes start getting a bit higher. Like, out of like 50 people, I made it to the short list of like 6 guys or 4 guys. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool. And then now once you're there, it's different, because your callbacks are different from your initial audition. Yeah. Because the producer might be at the callbacks, director or the client or all 3.
Now it's more
like, it's serious business. And geez, with commercials, man, it's really about how you look and your performance. It's a combination. It's depending, this one's, it's quite a performance thing, there's a bit of it. It's a bit of both. So,
and you kind of have to nail it there and then. There isn't like a third or fourth take. You kind of have to.
No. And like, there's guys who got shortlisted that didn't have the greatest audition. And when I say greatest audition, is that you get there, you do it once, done, guys happy. Some of these guys, maybe they stuttered, the casting director was like, dude, just breathe, it's okay. It's okay. Or they didn't hear their instruction. And sometimes, and English is not everyone's first language. So sometimes someone would have to explain it to them in vernac,
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So, but anyways, apart from that, I'm all right. Honors, it's post-grad study stuff, man. We have to put together a thesis for the end of the year.
Getting real.
Yeah, it's getting real, for real, man. So it's going to be a lot of research. I'm just happy that I did this diploma in modern applied psychology before I started, because I think it gives me a bit more depth as to how humans work and everything. And I'm really looking to base my thesis around the process of acting and which methods people use depending on the genre, of course, because it has to tie with our production.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, life's good, man. Life's good. But I guess I already talked about it. What I'm looking forward to Tuesday. I'm looking forward to Wednesday and Thursday. We're shooting that music video, man. Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. What you looking forward to, bro?
What am I looking forward to? Yeah. I think this coming, I don't know how much I can go into it, but we're really kind of revving up preparations for the SIMP workshops. So there's just a bunch of things we're going to be doing with that. So I'm just looking forward to that because it's all new, you know. Yeah. And also, yeah, just I don't know. I'm enjoying going to uni and just seeing my classmates, and kind of we're having more classes physically now as well, because last year pretty much all of our disciplines or research studies classes, they were all online. This time around we're having a few more physical, like we have to be physically there, so I'm looking forward to that as well. Just a different dynamic. No, that's real. No, that's real talk. All right, cool. So as the title of this episode states, right, we are looking at mastering a solid mindset.
I think so.
Mastering your mindset.
No, man, we need to get this right. Mastering your mindset. Part one.
Yes.
And the thing about your mindset, right, is that it can make or break anything, if not everything you do in this life, right?
Yeah.
That is the one thing I want to reiterate. In life, your mindset is everything. It all starts in your head. Your mindset towards church, your mindset towards this, your mindset towards money, because you can't do anything without money. Love and passion doesn't pay the bills, unfortunately. So
I wish it did, because there's a lot of love and passion to go around, but
it just doesn't
not
work.
The reality.
It just doesn't work like that, So at the end of the day, you need to be able to master your mindset. All right, and I'm gonna share I'm gonna share a story. So the year is 2015. I am 14 and I'm playing under 16A hockey. Right? We did not win a game that season. We had a lot of losses.
Tough.
A lot of draws.
Tough.
We did not win a game that season. Now, you're probably thinking, dude, were you guys that bad? Were we bad hockey players? Not really. Because a handful of us ended up making first team and we played in the first team with each other, right?
Yeah.
So it's not like we had bad potential. Did we have a bad coach? I don't think so. I think the coach was the coach because in the previous times he's worked with like a higher caliber of hockey players that had good raw talent.
Yeah.
We weren't that. We needed the training.
You needed to
maybe a few players had good raw talent, but we needed to be in and out of the train on the AstroTurf. We needed that. We're a rough diamond.
Yeah.
Right? And that's just what it was. But we lost 90% of our games. We drew a handful of our games. So now what that did for me, right, mentally speaking, was that, dude, it's tough out here. And then the under 16A side is the team that opens for the first team.
Oh yes, that's a tradition.
So it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing.
Oh man.
And bear in mind, I was in grade 9, I was 14, I was the youngest player on the team, of course. So for me, my focus was really just adjusting to the physicality, adjusting to the game and to the speed. Right? And it was more of, okay, dude, what can I learn? Because I wanted to make first team. I knew I was going to make first team. I always knew that I was going to be there. Somewhere, somehow. By fire, by force. I knew I was going to be there.
Hell or high water.
Yes, sir.
Be there.
But I ended up making first team. I finished off my high school career with 62 caps, right? Solid stuff. Grateful to God.
50
but
plus.
I needed to go through that season to get to achieve the things that I achieved. Now, I didn't achieve much in first team. I did 60 caps, 62 caps. I didn't have many goals. But I was a useful player. You know, I wasn't the most talented. Was definitely one of the most hardworking, right? I understood the game better. I was a great support player. I had a great leadership role in the team. You know, I'm not going to lie to you. I wasn't an all-rounder. I understood the game better to a point where I coached it. 6 finals, won 3, lost 3, right? Took a team.
A decent record, man.
Yeah, took a team, went unbeaten. We scored 22 goals in 12 games, all comps, all seasons. We won best player, best goalkeeper. You know, we were efficient.
It's almost 2 goals a game. Wow.
Yeah, that's almost 2 goals a game. Yo, I remember this one team. We cleaned them like 6, bro.
Oh, man.
I didn't even put out my best team, but we cleaned them. You know, but mindset. Now it comes down to mindset. So if you are going through a rough time right now, you need to be able to sit yourself down and say, where do I want to be? And what can I learn from what I'm going through right now to help me get to that point? That's the type of mindset you need to have. And there's extremes. You know, if you're in sports, you can have that Mamba mentality, bro. Kobe Bryant at the Olympic Games. I was watching a video before, you know, the other day, and one of his teammates at the Lakers was Spanish, right? But now it's USA versus Spain. He told his teammates, I'm going to run through this guy. I don't care. But like, dude, he's your teammate. He's like, I don't care. We're not teammates right now.
Oh, yes. This
I want to win.
On a national level.
Yeah, this is on a national level. I want to win. The guy ran into him to send a message to his teammates that I will do whatever it takes to win.
Yeah.
You know? But that's what they call the Mamba mentality. And that cannot necessarily apply out of sports, outside of sports, you know, because it's you pay a different price.
Yeah.
With sports, it makes sense. With something like corporate, you can.
Yes.
You know, you can work the hours, you can work more than everybody else. With the arts, not necessarily, because there's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
Unless you're on a technical basis, maybe working with cameras, then how many videos are you shooting every day? You know, or if you're a musician, how many songs are you writing a day? Or how many verses are you putting out? You know? Even, I guess you can put it as an actor. How many voiceovers am I doing a day? How many things am I doing a day? Like, if you can quantify everything, you know, then...
If you can quantify everything, then you can do like the Mamba mentality.
That Mamba mentality thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's something I'm personally trying to incorporate myself. Now that I'm trying to figure out my schedule, is how many VOs can I put a week? And on what frequency? Do I do 4 every Wednesday, or do I do 1 every day and I get 7 and I just find you go on ChatGPT, generate a VO or something, VO of a script, and just record it and keep it in a database? You know, it's really all about focusing on yourself.
Yeah.
My bad. You know, the term focus on yourself after Valentine's Day doesn't usually have a
have a great connotation.
Great connotations. But yeah, that's so mastering your mindset. So for me, going through that season of not winning to later win in life, it's crucial and it's very important. And I think as a young generation, we need to get comfortable with the delayed gratification. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, I think kind of going off of what you're saying there, I think that in order to truly be a champion, you have to have lost first, or you have to have gone through some sort of trial. Because if for some reason you come onto something and you win from the beginning all the time, like the first time you lose, if it takes a long time for you, it'll crush you, because you don't know.
Destroy you, bro.
It'll destroy, because you don't know what that's like, you know. And you don't know how to bounce back from that. So it's important to, you know, to have the struggles or to lose. You know, I think one of the 3 things that we learned from the previous episode is that you have to embrace failure when you're setting goals, in the sense that you have to understand that at some point you will fail. At some point you will make a mistake, and it's okay. you learn from it so that you don't make it in the future. Yeah. And, with regards to myself in terms of mindset, I think that one of the biggest mindset shifts I can say that I had at the time in high school was actually in grade 8, right? Oh, wait, no, was this grade? I think this must have been grade 9, actually.
Yeah.
What was it? It was either grade 8 or grade 9. But basically, because sometimes we'd want to do things, but then I'd be like, I don't know about it. Like, because I'd be like, it's too much effort. But then, I remember Mietani would come into a room and then he'd be like, nah, bro, we've got to do this. We've got to make this thing, or we've got to participate in this culture event, or so on and so forth. And I think the biggest, mindset for me was kind of begin to realize that, you know what, you have to try. You have to try everything that you do. You have to try new things. And you also have to understand that you can achieve anything that you set your mind to. I think that's the biggest kind of shift of mindset that I had back in the day, you know, and it's something that personally it's driven me till today. I think that even the things that we do right now, we wouldn't be doing these things if we didn't have the mindset of we have to try it. You always say there's only one way to find out. Mietani says this at least twice a day. There's only one way to find out. At least twice a day. Even if I haven't spent the whole day with you, I know you've said it to someone else. There's only one way to find out.
That's so real.
Yeah. So it's it like you said, it all starts in the mind. It all starts. The mind is the greatest tool. The mind, I think that your body can go, but if your mind doesn't, you can keep pushing through. You could be tired, running a marathon, whatever. It's in the mind where you win or lose, really.
You have to control. That's so true. And even my mom's caught on to the saying.
Yeah.
She was saying, I said, listen, why don't we pitch this product to this company? She's like, I don't think they'll take it. I was like, listen, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
We've got nothing to lose but a client to gain. And we got the client. You know what I'm saying?
You got the client.
Yeah. Crazy. So that's what it is, I mean, we just came on Valentine's Day. If you want to know if this person likes you back, bring up the conversation. What do you have to lose?
Yeah, and even I think this is something that if you want to know, if she has a boyfriend, bro, there's only one way to find out.
Just
really,
ask them,
you have to,
or ask them.
Yeah, it's daunting for gents, but guys, you have to overcome those hurdles.
You really have to.
I think it's by fire by force. It's kind of
shameless. Sometimes.
You have to be shameless. You have to, in your mind, you have to be because I think it's like this. If we don't change our mindset, then nothing will ever change. You will be in the same place and you will complain that you're in the same place. Because you're not moving forward, because you're not taking away that mental barrier. Because once you take away that mental barrier, then there's a whole new ocean, or blue ocean in this case, for you to, explore, if we can say it like that. But you have to. That's why we're saying, yes, it's daunting to just ask her, yo, you seeing someone or something. But you have to, if that's what you want, you're gonna have to make some sacrifices.
Yeah,
it's funny. Today we were. Prior to recording today, we were watching netball tryouts here at our building, and a girl came up to us. This was mid tryouts, and she has nails. And in netball, you can't be playing with nails because you can injure yourself.
It's like acrylic nails.
Acrylic nails, yeah. I think that's what I meant to say. Acrylic nails. And so, she was like, "Ish, I'm gonna have to cut these nails off." And I looked at her and I was like, "Listen, in life, you have to make sacrifices. If you want it, you're gonna cut those nails off." And she cut the nails off. Actually, it was Mietani. Mietani went to grab his clippers because they're the big ones or the long,
medium-sized ones.
Yeah, and she had to make that sacrifice. And she tried out, played well, and that's what she had to do in order to get to where she wanted to. And it's a mindset thing. If she didn't have the mindset of oh, I really want this, then she could have just walked away whatever. I didn't really want it that bad, anyways. So you have to change the mindset.
Like you really have to.
Yeah.
And I say this with the best intentions. You have to be shameless sometimes. It's not even being shameless. No, I remember the word. You have to be assertive. Respectfully speaking. If you want to figure something out, just ask the damn question.
Yeah.
You know?
You only be a fool once.
You
right?
can only be a fool once. My agent sent me something, and I could have just assumed. But I was like, no, this is too big.
I know what you're talking
This is too big of something for me to assume.
Yeah.
So I was like, listen, thank you for the email. I really appreciate it. This is very exciting. However, I am very confused. Please, could you just, clarify for me? And I'm a bit confused. Help me.
Yeah.
Help me. I need some help.
Yeah.
And they were like, yeah, sure. No, this is what they mean. This is what they mean. If this and this happens, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Because pride is the devil. Pride is the devil.
Pride comes before the fall, right?
Yeah.
That's the saying. Yeah.
Pride is the devil.
Yeah, and
that's just J. Cole and Lil Baby saying this song. You hear what I'm saying?
Yeah, and
don't do it, man.
But I agree with you on that asking questions thing. It's one thing that I would say we are in 2024. In 2022, I think that's when I really started to overcome that barrier in the sense that, I was at home, obviously, and there was a lot of things that my dad wanted me to do to help the home outside of the home. So like, I would be the one that has to go to the water place to pay the bill or do this. And, and if something's going on in my grandma's house, because my grandma has like her dog, and then there's people that come, and treat the dog every once in a while, injections. And so I had to be the one to deal with those people. So a lot of times I didn't know, how things work. So I had to ask questions, and sometimes they're like, I don't want to look like an idiot, but you have to ask. If you're gonna get it done, you have to ask. Even like the bus system, like there's just places I've never been, so I don't know what the stop is called. I just had to ask either someone I'm sitting with in the bus, or when I'm at the bus stop, listen, what's the name of that stop where this is. And so that's maybe one of the biggest hurdles, actually, asking questions, or just kind of letting go of pride. I think in terms of mindset, letting go of pride is probably one of those things that you have to do. You have to ask questions. It's not easy sometimes, but it's the only way. And the only way you overcome it is kind of by doing it once and then doing it again and doing it again. And there's no special magic thing. It's kind of just, you have to repeat, rinse and repeat.
It's all about the repetitions.
Yeah.
English has been having me on the ropes. I was struggling to say DIY the other day.
English is tough. Actually, it's funny. I was at church like last Wednesday, and our pastor wanted to say heart palpitations. He said heart participation, and it's just, guys. Now English is tough, man.
It's not an easy language.
It's not an easy language.
Yeah, but we hope you guys get the gist of what we're trying to say. It all starts in your head, and of course we will break it down further in the second episode. But because we love you guys, and you guys are pretty cool people, we're gonna get into some tips. So we got 6 tips. Demi's gonna spit 3 of them. I'm gonna spit 3 of them, and then we're gonna get into the quote, and then we're gonna put this baby to bed.
All right.
Let's go.
For all the parents out there, you must let us know how it's like, because one day we'll be doing that as well.
Indeed.
So all right. The first tip that we have here is positive affirmations. You gotta start each day with affirmations that reinforce a positive mindset, setting the tone for a productive and optimistic outlook. So it's kind of like at the beginning of the day, they say like, oh, you woke up on the wrong side of bed. You have to tell yourself, no, I woke up on the right side of bed. Yeah. And I'm gonna make this day work for me. Kind of.
Even if it's like reciting like a Bible verse, or like whatever the case is.
Yeah, something that you recite, or maybe it's something that's written on your board that you look at every time you're in your room. Yeah, you have to have something that kind of sets the tone for the day. The second one is mindful awareness. So you have to cultivate awareness of your thoughts and emotions, allowing you to respond thoughtfully rather than react impulsively to situations. On this one, I think that's something that personally I've gotten quite good at over the years, because I was seeing a psychologist. This was from 2021 to early 2022. So roughly a year, maybe a year and a half. And one thing is just kind of being aware of, yourself and your surroundings, as well as your emotions, and kind of, being thoughtful in how you react. Because, and then sometimes it's almost being like, you know what, I know that I'm not in the greatest place, or this is not the greatest situation. So you remove yourself, because you already know you're going to react like, mad. So it's just kind of understanding that. The third one is continuous learning. Embrace a growth mindset, by seeing challenges as opportunities to learn and grow. Seek
Yeah.
knowledge and view failures as stepping stones to success. And I think this just kind of ties into what Mietani said in the last episode, where he was saying that if you think you figured it all out, you will never move to the next level.
Yep.
Yeah. And it's kind of like, if you have to have a mindset of like, I don't know everything, so therefore I'm always pursuing that knowledge, I'm always pursuing that wisdom, I'm always maybe trying to understand people's perspectives, different perspectives, because that will allow you to continue to grow. If you think that you've learned everything, then you will not, you're done, you
Finished.
Yeah, you won't go to the next level.
No, that's real talk.
Yeah.
That's real talk. Cool. So I've got 3 also, and we'll start it off here. Practice gratitude, right? Regularly express gratitude for what you have. Focusing on the positive aspects of your life can shift your mindset towards abundance and contentment. So simple things like, thank you, Lord, for another day. It's this thing 2 Chainz said on a track with Drake. It's Big Amount. Excuse the language, but he says, I know that was very random, but it's still, so the song is like, if you woke up today, if you woke up this morning, nigga, you winning. You get what I'm saying?
No, but it's right. He's right.
Like that's you have to be grateful for life, for the phone you have, even if it's not the phone you want. Someone took money.
Yeah,
they could have bought drugs. Or they could have bought what they actually wanted, but they decided to buy you a phone because that's what you need.
Yeah,
right?
Even like a functioning body. Not everyone can walk on 2 feet.
Yeah,
there's a lot of things.
Not everyone can breathe with 2 nostrils. Yo, when you're having flu, bro. Hey, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not even thinking about the money in my bank account, fam. I'm just thinking about, damn, bro. I just want to breathe with 2 nostrils. Right?
Yeah, I think that's the biggest example of taking things for granted. You realize, like, man, I took it for granted when I was breathing with 2 nostrils for like 5 months before I got sick. Like, that's since the last time I got sick.
And when it hooks you, it hooks you.
Yeah.
But anyways, be grateful. Be grateful. Next one is visualization techniques, right? Envision your goals and success vividly. Visualization can help reinforce a positive mindset and provide motivation to overcome obstacles. You have to see yourself there. If you can't see yourself there, I'm not saying if you can't see yourself there, then, hey, dude, I'm not going to say it won't happen. I'm not going to say it's going to be a lot harder, but there's just something about it that makes it a bit easier.
Yeah,
that's all I'm going to say.
Visualize it. Yeah,
I see a good performance before I go on stage. I see myself doing well before I go on set or before I go into the studio to record a voice. I have to see myself doing that.
Yeah.
So that when it's time, it's not, because that just cuts the anxiety. Because now if you're like, oh, what if, this doesn't work? What if they don't like my delivery?
Yeah.
And this and that. Nah.
And it's almost like if you go in there without having seen it, you're almost like everything that you're doing, you're almost doing it as it goes, and maybe it's easier for you to make a mistake. Whereas if you've seen it, it's almost like you're just retracing the steps of something you've done in your mind. Crazy. Wow.
So you have to see yourself doing it. And then lastly, surround yourself with positive people. All right. Associate yourself with people who uplift and inspire you. Positive relationships and a supportive environment can significantly influence your mindset. That's real talk, man. Like, I know there's certain things that I say that my friends will be like, what did this guy have today? You know what I'm saying? And I'm grateful to my friends and family, for that, because I genuinely think I have what it takes. Look, I'm someone who thinks I can be president of my country. I genuinely think I can, and I think I can do a great job. I think I can take my country to becoming an African superpower. I really think I have what it takes to
country of reference.
To be a country of to be that type of thing.
Yeah.
If they talk X thing, they'll say, "Oh, let's see what's happening in Zimbabwe," before they make a decision. Like, I think I could take my country to that level. I think if I were to be president, I would make it possible for me to act and be president.
I think you could make a work.
Surely there has to be a way. Yeah. There has to be a way. And then, of course, the money would go into like a trust or something.
Yeah.
Anyways,
something like that.
Yeah, but surround yourself with people who push you. Yeah. That's true. Jimmy, take us away for the quote of the week.
All right. So the quote of the week is: mastering your mindset is key to unlocking the door to your fullest potential. It transforms challenges into opportunities and obstacles into stepping stones. And yeah, that was a quote by our good friend Charles. Maybe one day you'll meet him.
Shout out Randy. It's Randy, actually.
Randy. Yeah. Sorry, Randy. The reason why I misnamed him is because I don't like Randy a lot, because he's always employee of the month at the Progressive Athlete, and he's a bit of a snob, so
man's always quirky.
Yeah, but Randy, maybe one day you'll meet him, guys. But Randy has helped us more than most. I'm sure Mietani would have a lot to say about that. But yeah, and that was a quote from him, and I think I think it's self-explanatory, and I think it just kind of goes on to what we were saying before. Obstacles into stepping stones. It's kind of looking at the same thing, but because you've changed the way you look at it in your mind, you see it as an opportunity instead of a problem,
Yeah, that's so, man, that is so real, because let me quickly just share one of my most recent audition experiences was that the dialogue had to be said in vernac, in one of the South African languages. Bear in mind, I'm not South African. And my Zulu or any of the languages is not great.
It's rusty.
So, and the casting director knows this. I've been there many times to audition. Oh. My brother knows me, fam. that brother knows me. He knows me, bro. Yeah. And my time comes so I'm sitting there, and two of my classmates are also in the audition, by the way. So it was actually quite fun. Yeah. So it was actually, I think it was Oguhle who went. Then I think it was Rory, then myself, or there was someone in between. Yeah. So in this audition setup, at that specific auditioning place, you audition like in groups. So you see everyone's audition like in your group, right? So this one, we kind of had to help each other out just for like eye-line, for like an interview, right? So while I'm there, I get there, everyone's saying, but like, and I didn't think it was that deep. Yeah. Right? I was like, maybe I can get away. Maybe I can get away with saying this in English. None of that, fam. None of it, bro. Wow. None of it. So crazy. I'm like, oh my days, heaven help me. So now I'm sitting there, and the auditions are running. People are going through. And I'm looking at this paper, and I'm translating as much as I possibly can in Shona, right? Now my time comes to audition. And, in my mind, I'm like, dude, you probably won't get a call back because of the vernac thing. Yeah. But see how you can put on a good performance on the fly. Like you prepared, but you're not prepared. Yeah. Let's just see. Let's flex your muscles. Flex that performance muscle of yours. Yeah. Cool. I get there, and the guy's like, dude, you're not South African, are you? I was like, no, I'm not. It's like, okay, so what language is it? I was like, Shona. He's like, okay, cool. Yeah. Okay. Let's go. Yeah. Dude, I do it. They gave me a few more notes. Did it again. And then the last part is like, I said like half Shona, half English. Right? And then he said, no. Can I have that last part strictly in vernac? Bro, I took a pause. Like a pause, like a yo, bro, like wow. I took a pause, and I looked at my bro, and I looked at my friend Rory, and I was like, oh my God. that eye contact. And I was like, cool, let's do it. So I did it, and I said what I said, bada bing, bada boom, done. Good audition. Now I chilled with the guys. We had a good chat, like 30 minutes after the audition and everything. Yeah. And the next day, one of my friends tells me, he's like, dude, I was in a meeting, and I see on my watch, he's like, dude, shout out, we both made the shortlist. I was like, what? There's no ways. He's like, what? There's no way. So I'm like, I didn't even say, I was like, bro, how did you find this out? He's like, dude, I got this from my agent. Yeah. Here's the document. It's a combination document. Here, I got it from my agent. Here's the shortlist. So I was like, okay. Message my agent. I'm like, yo, dude, I'm aware I'm on this thing. What? And then they're like, yeah, no, it's confirmed. Yeah. It's wow. It's and I was like, man, that is so That is, it's so crazy. And so now I'm making for the callbacks. I've got Tuesday, right? And I've got 2 callbacks, right? The younger version and the older version of the same character. So I'm on option for both. And dude, man, I was just like, yo, now we're here. And you know what I'm gonna do on Tuesday? I'm gonna do what I can.
Yeah.
Because who knows at this point?
Yeah, and I think it's that's such a great example, because it's like, it's one of those moments where you are like, you know what? I'm at a bit of a disadvantage. So I'm not even gonna think like, oh, I'm gonna make it, I'm not gonna make it. It's more of just like, let me actually just have fun with this. Like, let me actually try something new. Like, I test myself. And that was you like changing your mindset, because you knew that, this is not, it's not necessarily like very much like my realm in a sense. So now let me actually just have fun with it. And I think that in a sense brought the best out of you, or a very good out of you kind of thing. And I think it's something that people can take, into more and into other things.
Yeah, into account. So yeah, guys, like, hopefully all goes well on Tuesday. And that would be like such a great testimony, because I wasn't even in the mood to go for the audition, because I'm like, I want to be in a room with a bunch of people that look like me, but I can't even compete on like the one thing I need to know.
Like the key thing,
like the key, so I'm gonna go. I've been rehearsing what I practiced, so it comes out a bit more fluid, but it didn't affect my performance. You're there to perform. That's my job as an actor. I'm here to put on a performance. But
and I just wanted to say that I think that harkens back to a very important thing that I heard in one of my very first lectures, political science lectures, when I was studying in Canada, and my lecturer said, showing up, you've done 50% of the job. So it's funny that you weren't in the mood, but you were like, listen, man,
let me go.
This is what I do. Like, hey, you never know. You ended up finding a couple of your, old classmates, friends. So, and maybe that even might have put you in a more comfortable,
safer, in a safer environment. Man, that is so real.
Yeah, guys. Guys, please. We hope you're taking notes, because I won't lie. There's a lot of good things are coming out. Coming out of this conversation.
So but thank you very much for listening. We have moved the SIMP workshops to the 9th of March.
Yes,
the 9th of March.
9th of March.
Yeah, 9th of March, 10 to 11. We will put the registration link in the bio.
Yes.
Or you can just click the link in our bio in our Instagram, and we'll be more than happy to have you there. Our topic is time management, and I think Dumi and I and the team, we are ready to cook some nice things. We've cooked some nice things for you guys.
Yeah.
And it'll be coming at the price of 180 Rand. 180 Rand for a ticket. So get your tickets, guys. And we're excited to see you there. We hope you took some notes.
Yeah.
Anyways, we will see you guys in episode 81. Thank you. Cheers. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.